You know when you're just hanging out in the backyard, your kids are playing, the breeze is breezing. I don't know. Is that what breeze does? Blows? Winding. When the breeze is winding. And you get a hankering for hot dogs, something fun. But these are not your average kids' hot dogs. We are going Elote Hot Dogs. We're elevating these suckers and they're gonna be delicious. Let me show you guys how to do it. Now let's just start by saying this is not authentic elote. It's a play on elote, but it's a good play. We're gonna start with our corn. It's gotta be fresh corn. We're gonna grab a bowl, just let's cut everything off of the cob, all the kernel, cut the corn off the cob is what I'm trying to say. What we want is that bright, fresh, sweet crunch of fresh corn. Like you could technically do, if you want a shortcut, use canned corn, but don't. Use fresh corn. Now I've got my griddle set to medium-high heat. Let's go high heat. We want this thing to be smoking, or at least right before smoke point, because we want to cook the corn fast. A little bit of olive oil and the corn goes down. Let's also hit that with a bit of our tequila lime seasoning. Now kind of spread it out, give it a toss, make sure everything is mixed nicely, but don't touch it after that. We want a little bit of char. We want a little bit of that blackened color. Traditionally, elote is done over fire. So here we want to kind of, allude to that, a little bit of color. Now, while that's cooking, let's get to our vegetables. I'm going to chop up let's just cut some limes. Let's save those for later. I've also got some red chilies. You can, by all means, skip the red chilies if you don't like the heat, but I do. Not traditional, but I like the heat. Let's go ahead and slice those up nice and thin. And we've got some cilantro as well. I'm gonna chop that up nice and small. Again, I was gonna say you could skip the cilantro, but don't. Cilantro is fantastic. You wanna keep it. Once the corn is finished, let's go ahead and put that back in the same bowl that has some of those beautiful juices left over. Bring it back to our cutting board. Now's where we get to add all of our fun flavor, in addition to the tequila lime, of course. I'm gonna start with some mayonnaise. This is authentic to elote. Add some mayonnaise. We're also gonna add some sour cream. I want that little bit of punch, that little bit of acidity. Then go to that beautiful cilantro, some of the red chili, and the lime juice. Squeeze all the juice out that you can. This is not only gonna thin it out a little bit, kind of make it a little saucy. It's gonna hold everything together, and that sweet brightness is what's really gonna cut through in the hot dogs. Let's go ahead and add just a bit of that tequila lime seasoning and give it a mix, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's gorgeous. You could serve this as a side dish, just as is, and it would be fantastic, but we've got some hot dogs to cook. So let's go ahead and I got the Grill Master Hearty Beef. Frank's usually like the big, gorgeous dogs. Let's go ahead and throw those down on the griddle. If you've never made hot dogs on the griddle before, they're pretty fantastic. Just give them a roll every couple of seconds or so, and they get really evenly charred around the whole outside. Now the buns I'm use any buns that you like, but I like these top cut buns. They sit up nicer and they just look better for presentation. So once the dogs are done, it's really time to start building. Let's go ahead and throw those in the buns. And I mean, Ethan, these are serious dogs. You see this thing? Look at these dogs. They're serious business. Now, again, notice, can you come in here, buddy? So we've got the lime juice, right? It created this it's like its own sauce. No sauce necessary, because it's right there. Now let's go over the top of these. Now these are gonna be just a little bit messy, but don't be afraid, because they're elote dogs. I mean, it's no, chili cheese dogs are messy. When was the last time you had a chili dog, Ethan?
Probably like 5 years ago.
I kind of need one.
Yeah.
I don't make dogs enough. My kids love dogs. Look at that. Look at that. If you don't like the sauciness, go lighter on the lime juice or add a bit more sour cream if you want. Now the last little thing I want to add, actually I might have two things, I lied. Maybe more than one. I want to do some queso fresco. If you have cotija, you could use that as well. But what you want is a nice crumbly cheese. And this is pretty much the name of the game, both in how beautiful it is and also the flavor. Now, queso fresco doesn't quite have the same saltiness as cotija, so we are A-okay on our salt levels. That looks awesome. Now, last little thing. E, have you ever had tahini?
A little bit, actually, a few days ago.
Now, this stuff it's like, we talk about sesame oil, it's like a little dab will do you, and it's no joke. This stuff, it'll catch up to you, but a little bit, just a little bit of post dust. Well, that might have been too much.
Is it a must?
It's a must. Look at CJ's not even here. We're still doing it. If you want to, I mean, I think that's gorgeous as is. You can take a little bit of your cilantro and just kind of give it a 1-2 if you really want to be pretty with it. But I mean, you can really go anywhere you want in your flavor game with hot dogs. The sky's the limit. I saw elote the other day and I was like, that would be really good on a dog. So that's what we did. Let's take a bite of this mother. Now it's definitely going to be This may not be beard food.
Definitely not.
Probably not. Come on. Get out of here. You know, my youngest son likes hot dogs. Hey, Uriah, you want to try a bite?
Yeah.
Come here, buddy.
But it looks like a corn dog. So I
It
like
is.
corn dogs.
It is a corn, because there's corn and a dog. What do you think?
2 thumbs up.
2? Give me some. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, this is a good one. 2 things to remember. 1, play with your food. 2, mash stuff together. You ever go, like you're going through Instagram, I don't know what your feed looks like, or you guys at home. Mine's pretty much all food and hockey. Pretty much food and hockey. So as I'm scrolling through, I'm like, oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks good. I saw Elote. I wanted a dog. Why not put them together? Feel free to play with your food. If you haven't yet, click the subscribe button down below. Click the little bell icon so you get a notification every time we post a video. Watch all of the other content on the Blackstone Network. But this, my friends, is Cook, Eat, Repeat, where we like to help you become a better cook, one recipe at a time. I'm your host, Chef Nathan Lippy, and I will see you all in the next video.